Hey, this is Michael with Church Brand Guide, and I just want to unpack what is a brand and show you some examples so I can help you determine if you have the right brand for your church. A brand's important because it's the story you're telling your community, and that story has to be the right story so that people perceive your church the way that God has given you a vision for your community. So a brand is extremely important because it's about us being intentional to reach people who need what we have. Let me show you a few brands that we've created. This is for Calvary Church in Iowa. This is a church that is extremely passionate about teaching God's word. It's been around for a long time in the community. They want to be people that are growing in their faith, and we created this brand to represent that well. The church itself is a beautiful building, a great campus. They have stained glass, so this design is really reflective of the actual physical property that people will come in contact to. So if I were to go to their website, this is the website we created for them, showing their facilities and the people that attend. Service times are very easy to get to. One of the most best principles that brands have, the valuable brands have, is that they're welcoming to people that are on the outside. So having things like service times and some language that's inclusive is going to help people begin to understand that your brand is something that is attractive. This church loves missions, so we kind of leaned into that as well with a lot of what we did to build out a great missions page. So that's just an example of what a brand starts to look like as you unpack the story behind it. This is Journey Church up in Minnesota, and they're reaching out to people that are into the great outdoors. They love to go hunting and fishing. So this brand is meant to designed to reach to those people that have young families and love the great outdoors. So it has these arrows that show movement. Journey Church is just designed to really invite people into a process because that's how this church operates. It's about a great process that they have in place to inspire people towards a greater, higher way of living. This is Go Church, and Go Church they're in Georgia, and this church is a very active church. As you can tell, they're always doing something. They're always on the move, trying to help the community. And so the brand that we created for them really unpacks that story. If you're somebody that loves to make a difference, that wants your life to be significant, then this church is for you. It's a church that moves. Yeah, they do learn some things, but at the same time they apply. They want to be a church of action. So we are telling that story with it. So let me bounce over to another website. I just want to show you the website for Trinity Temple. This is a church that is in Missouri, and this website is just a great reflection of their brand as they reach out to people that have young families that are in this community, and they want to reach them with a message of hope and inspiration. And so this is a design that's reflective of that. It's inviting. It's something that they want to do to that community is make sure that everybody feels like they can be a part of what's happening. So some great things happening on this site to show an inviting church. This is Royal Redeemer, and they're up in Ohio. Royal Redeemer is a church that is big on education. They have a school that ministers from preschool on up. So as you take a look at their website, it just really leans into this kind of a flow of education, and the logo itself that we designed for them leans into this idea of family, because that's what they do. They reach out to family and they help the whole family from kids on up. So the brand is really built around that idea of helping families. Let's take a look at another brand. This is Riverside. They're in Michigan, and they're reaching a community that has three rivers that come together, and it's a big part of the DNA of the community. So the church itself wanted to lean into that. So we created a logo that is versatile, but really speaks towards the values they have towards reaching their community and serving their community. This church has a lot of programs, a food pantry, and a bunch of other things to serve the community there, meet the needs of the community, and we designed a brand that helps them to communicate that they are part of this community. We even created a branding guide that allows the church to create a very consistent experience over time by taking a strategy that we've walked through with them and presenting it in a way that's very consistent. So a brand guide is very important towards establishing trust, and trust is built through consistency. And then finally, let's take a look at Eastlake Church. This is a great church we worked with to design a brand for them. Eastlake is in Florida. They are in a community that is very relaxed. It's a recreational type of area, close to the beaches of Florida. And so we designed a logo that's representing that. It's not a very highly religious logo. It's more representational of the culture that they are in and they're a part of. The design on the website, this is something that we designed with them. I was actually able to go on location, shoot some great photography, and help them create this overall look and feel. So this is one of my favorites that we developed over the last year. But a great brand that's just designed towards the community. So great brands are all about perception and building the right perception of your church in the community. And you have to be intentional for that perception to take hold. And we have to care about this as a church because people do judge a book by its cover. And people are judging your church all the time. So you already have a brand. We might as well make sure that it's done well and speaks well towards the vision that God has given you. A brand starts with strategy. And then from there, you can go into your logo design. And I have a workshop that helps you to create these things where I can guide you through this process and take you through it in about 30 days. It's just a wonderful experience that I've taken many, many churches through, and now I'm able to give it to you and provide it at a price point that's going to be much more attractive than what I've been able to do in the past. In the past, I've been building brands, and with travel and some other things that we might do, the price point would be upwards of $12,000, $14,000, $15,000 to build some brands. And I realized that most churches can't afford that. Some can, but most can't. And so I wanted to create a workshop that would help just about every church, if they're willing and able to invest into it, to be able to get the right pieces in place, to get your brand built up right. So I can help you reach your community. And for me, that is extremely fulfilling to help to partner with you and to partner with the local church. So once you have your logo in place, then you can build out a great website. And also, don't forget your signage. That's important so that people, when they come up to your property, they see that brand on display. They see that they are welcome there. So all of this is included. The workshop itself is at $49.97. So it's a investment that you can make as a church to reach more people. And then once you reach them, it's not over. We have to help them see the vision so that they decide they want to be a part of it. So basically, so they come back. So I'd love for you to jump in to this workshop. Let me help you build a brand that is worthy of the vision that God has given you. My name is Michael. I'm with Church Brand Guide, and I'll see you soon.